Today is the day. After 6 grueling weeks of competition in which we participated in 30 matches of Magic the Gathering, just hoping and praying for a chance to climb the leaderboards just enough to creep into the coveted top 8, we have arrived at the end of this series. 121 players entered and just 8 are awarded the opportunity to participate in a top 8 MegaDraft to take home the title of Foundations Gauntlet League champion. After a league-wide 1,313 matches, our 30 matches were just enough to award us one of those precious top 8 spots. On your screen now you can see who joined us in the top 8 and who we will be competing against in today's top 8 MegaDraft. Our 21-9 record was good enough for 5th place, but none of that matters now as records reset and there are just 3 matches left. The format of the top 8 MegaDraft sure is an interesting one, and if you want to see how the draft went, check out the video at the top of the description to see our deck. You'll definitely want to have an idea of what we're playing with before watching today's match, and that video details the entire format that we're playing as well as covers the draft portion of this event. Today's video covers the second match of these top 8 finals against Lotta, and while we weren't able to win our opening match of this tournament, a 2-0 finish from here on out could result in a second place finish on tiebreakers, so that's what we're shooting for. On your screen now you can see the other matchups of this second round and how things currently stand. So without any further ado, let's dive into today's match. Okay, we start on the draw here, and both of our lands are tap lands. We do get a free mulligan, but the hand is relatively okay outside of that. We have 2 shots at an untapped land to be able to play something on turn 2. It's kind of risky, obviously, but I think with 2 shots at a land for turn 2, I think I'm going to go ahead and keep this. Demonic Ruckus. So what do I want to play? I think I want to play the Vanguard on turn 2 here. So let's go ahead and play this, and then now use the Plains to play that, and then potentially Desert. But if we draw another land in the next 2 turns, we could play Sterling Hound. Beginning of combat, make a 2/1, and then sack it at the next end step. Okay. Alright, we'll play Red Tooth Vanguard here. Looks like they've got priority to kill it if they want to. And they will. Sure. Good news is the Intercessor's Arrest could actually get that back later in the game, so that is something. The Arrest is not really a card you want to be putting on Lagomos here, because it will still trigger. So I need to play a creature that's bigger. So let's Surveil with Sterling Hound here. Yeah, both of those, like the Grizzly doesn't line up well at all against Lagomos here. The Archon's Glory also doesn't seem particularly good. So yeah, could just Demonic Ruckus that and then just start bashing for 4. This is going to be tough. Two tap lands. I think I'll do this one. I could play Mechanic and Gnarlid Colony here, I guess, and then next turn, Queen All in All ends up being relatively big, but Lotta's probably got some removal here. This thing's got Menace. I don't think I'm blocking. I mean, I could double block, but like clearly she's got removal here. So I only want to double block when I have Take Up the Shield up. So now I'm going to take 4 more, it looks like. A Plains would actually be quite good here. I could play Queen All in All and also play Take Up the Shield. No plays. It's very strange. These just do not line well up against that commander. But, I mean, sure, I guess let's just bash in. Want to race? You got to race. I'm just going to do this now. Well, I could bluff that I do or don't have something. I just don't want to forget to do it. Yeah, I guess Intercessor's Arrest goes away. So what counter, where do I want the counter? The lifelink isn't going to matter here. Because this has, I guess it gains indestructible, so, you know, I guess I could do this. Prevents them attacking with the 2/2. And now I have to dump one of my only removal spells here. Sure. Yeah, that doesn't really do anything, and now I don't really have attacks against this, so guess we just play Queen All in All. And the Trained Airing says, get +1/+1. No. So yeah, we are stonewalled here. Clearly she hasn't drawn much either, though. Both have 6 lands. Make a 2/1. I mean, I guess they could finish. She could finish this off with the removal spell, but then I could just recast it next turn. Sure, that's a pretty good removal spell to use. Sure. Just mega aggro, Furious Bellows and everything. Still no attacks. Mana Efficiency says to play this, so I guess I will. And then pass again. Gosh, just a 3/5, huh? That's a 4/5. Yep. Alright, now I don't think I want to block because this costs a lot to recast at this point. It was kind of free to do last turn. No, I mean the power and toughness of this can go up and down too much based on the removal spells in hand, so she's got a stab. Guess I'll do it now. Now that I do have the land in hand to recast Queen next turn. Death Touch and Indestructible. Yeah, these things are working. This is a busted combo with Logomos and all of these combat tricks. It's pretty good, actually. I'd like to get my creature down while I can, but next turn, I mean, we've got some beef on the battlefield. As long as she doesn't make me discard it. Interesting. Yeah, that's pretty good. So look at the top 4. Put 2 back and 2 in the graveyard, then draw 2, lose 2. Up to 2. Okay, so she chose to keep one of those cards plus an anonymous card. Let's see what's dead. Yep, it is the Trained Airings. There's too many combat tricks and removal in this deck. I'd have to go back into the draft and look at the removal that I was presented with, but I feel like I just had none. Like there were no opportunities to pick up removal in that draft. I think I passed on like a... Don't kill another thing, come on. I passed on like a bite spell like once. She didn't get priority this time, so... Tells me that any other thing has got to be sorcery speed. Nice. Not nice. Autopay. And play it. Now what? I could attack with these 2 here. Trades with the Pulverizer, potentially? I think I will. Sure. I think I'll kill the Merry Bards, more than likely. I don't care too much about these little tokens anymore. Plus, she could just recast that, so... Let's go ahead and kill the Merry Bards here. Deal 7. Can only cast that if a creature died this turn. Oh, it costs 3 less to cast. Okay, so a 3/2 flying Death Touch. It's not great for me. Now Queen is dead anyway, so this 4/5 is pretty annoying. I mean, I don't really have attacks. I guess I do, but like, they would just take 3 and then I'd probably be dead on the backswing. So, but the issue is, currently this Bone Picker is, plus the Pulverizer is just going to kill me. So... Okay, chose not to attack with the Bone Picker. Her being at 6 probably has a lot to do with that. Any land lets me cast Queen Alanal. Any non-land is obviously good, as it is a non-land. Dutiful Griffin, you say? Okay, sure. This thing has a reach, though, the Pulverizer. Maybe there's a world where we go wide enough. So when this dies, something I control gets -1/-1? Yeah. Boseiju lets me cast the Queen. It could artifact enchantment or non-basic land, so it can kill the Wicked roll. I could trade the Griffin for the Pulverizer here. Do I have lethal? They have. I do technically have lethal if she doesn't have anything, right? Yeah. So 4 blockers, 1, 2, 3, 4 take 6 exactly. All right, as long as nothing triggers on me attacking, this should be lethal. But lots of removal over there. Wait, what? Oh. I thought that was about to block 2 things. Next to damage, and there we go. All right. Got game 1 here. And now we have to switch commanders and play game 2. So let's see if we can do that. Lagomos is going to be a tough one, but let's see if we can do it. All right, we get to start on the draw with our new commander, Zar Ojanin. And we could take a free mulligan, but we've got the Faithbonder and the Arinx here, as well as the Sentry, some protection. Yeah, I think it's fine. I made quite a bit of sideboarding changes. I took out both of the 3 mana. Let's see, target creature you control. So let's do this one. I took out both of the 3 mana 4/2s because they line up horribly. Oh, she switched as well. Well, that was a nice play, Lotta, if you're watching this one, because I took out both the Truffle Snout and the Drover Grizzly, 3 mana 4/2s, because they lined up horribly. But against this, I think they would actually do pretty well. So let's go ahead and play this as it blocks a little bit better here. Have to watch out for stab. All right, nothing. That's fine. Would I rather hold up Glory or Royal Treatment here? I think I'd rather hold up Royal Treatment, because the Glory could actually bargain away the Royal Treatment thing. So let's do this. And does it have Vigilance? It does. Interesting. Okay. Sure, I guess I'll attack with it then. Okay, take 1 and end the turn. Hold up Hexproof. There's the 4/3. Whenever a creature you control dies, draw a card if it was attacking. Otherwise, this deals 1 damage to me. Yeah, both of those make sense. Let's go ahead and... These are both really good with Garna here. Sure. I could play my 4/4, but the question is, I have to then tap out of interaction here. I could also just attack with the Arinx. Let's attack with the Arinx, I think. Well, both of these are pretty good blockers against Garna here. Let's just pass. Both of these red-black commanders, I think, are among the better ones you could have been in for this draft. Now I have 2 5-drops next turn if I want them. I think I'll just let this happen this time. The Garna is just making my life quite difficult. Okay, these are pretty good actually. So let's do this. Put it definitely here, and then probably on the Arinx as well. I could saddle with the Felidar Savior. Gets first strike. Attack for 9. That's pretty good. Yeah, let's saddle it. Well, yeah, let's saddle it up. I still have protection with Royal Treatment here. See if she's got double removal. No? Okay. Go to combat. Attack with these 2. Is a land good? A land actually isn't horrible because then next turn I could play either of these and hold up Archon's Glory. So let's actually keep the land for that reason. Take 9 or 10, I guess. Yeah, no blocks. Go to 15. And now the Gnarlid colony is going to give both of these trample here. Hopefully it's not unconditional removal and it's damage-based removal so that the Archon's Glory could do some good work here, but let's see. Okay, so it is unconditional, can't do anything about that. Go to blockers, makes sense. Take 6 down to 8. And end the turn. Yeah, that's pretty good. Can't do anything about it, so sure. Okay, no blocks. Don't want you to draw an extra card. So when it comes back, gain control of all rats, and when it attacks, sack a creature to draw a card. Alright, sure. It's also pretty good. Is that lethal? No, it is actually. I think, right? So Bargains gives flying and lifelink. I sack the token and then take up the shield as well, right? So... But she's got priority. Or just holding prior. Okay, so it was reassembling Celadon. All right, I guess she gave it to me. Well, we were able to get at least one win in our first ever top 8 and now sit at 1-1. While we are unfortunately eliminated from title contention, a win tomorrow could secure us as high as a second place finish, so we still have much to play for. You can check out the rest of the round 2 results here and be sure to tune back into the channel tomorrow to check out our final match in the top 8 and see if we can secure that second place finish. Thanks for tuning in for this one, and I'll see you tomorrow.